Marinakis told reporters on Thursday that the resolution was merely a ploy to hurt the ruling centre-right New Democracy Party ahead of the June European election, in response to what appears to be another unjustified left-liberal attack on a conservative government. The aim is to reduce the prestige of Greece's success in recent years. On Wednesday, the proposal was approved by 330 votes to 254 against and 26 abstentions. The majority of left-wing, Liberal and Green MEPs supported the resolution. The treatment of migrants and human rights organizations, as was to be expected after Greece clamped down on illegal immigration, was among the numerous alleged issues that the European Parliament condemned as posing a threat to the rule of law. These issues included a lack of imaginary media freedom, the eavesdropping Mitsotakis' administration, registering growth rates of 8.3% in 2021 and 5.9% in 2022, while lowering taxes and increasing earnings. His tough attitude on immigration, which reduced the number of arrivals to Greece from 75,000 in 2019 to 9,000 in 2021, may also have contributed to his win.
Welcome to TFI Global, the antidote to mass delusion.
In European politics, it's open season on conservative governments. Hungary's been in the crosshair forever, and Poland got a taste until they switched leaders. Now Greece is the new kid on the block, facing the EU's rule of law heat. It is like a game where conservatives are always on the losing side, and we are left wondering if it is less about democracy and more about political games. The plot thickens as the EU's dealings with these governments stir up questions about their real commitment to democratic principles. Following Hungary's conservative administration in Poland until the election of a Europhile prime minister, Greece is now seeing the growing political interference with the EU's rule of law framework. In a disturbingly similar pattern, a resolution passed by the European Parliament this week chastised the nation and demanded that the EU money be stopped. Greek government spokesman Pavlos Marinakis told reporters on Thursday that the resolution was merely a ploy to hurt the ruling centre-right New Democracy Party ahead of the June European election, in response to what appears to be another unjustified left-liberal attack on a conservative government. The aim is to reduce the prestige of Greece's success in recent years. On Wednesday, the proposal was approved by 330 votes to 254 against and 26 abstentions. The majority of left-wing, Liberal and Green MEPs supported the resolution. The treatment of migrants and human rights organizations, as was to be expected after Greece clamped down on illegal immigration, was among the numerous alleged issues that the European Parliament condemned as posing a threat to the rule of law. These issues included a lack of imaginary media freedom, the eavesdropping of political opponents, and corruption in the police force, and of course a lot of lack of transparency. Again, using the power of the purse to bully a member state into conforming to the left liberal majority ideology agenda, the EU Parliament has demanded that the Commission investigate the potential of suspending the billions of euros in EU subsidies allocated to Greece in light of these alleged offences. Speaking about scandals that the Greek government is allegedly involved in, Anna Michelle Asimakopoulos, an MEP for the New Democracy, responded to the resolution passed by the European Parliament and told Euronews, "Greece is a democracy and the Greek people do not believe in this tale. Indeed, we face issues similar to those faced by every other member state. However, we are addressing them. Therefore, Parliament ought to use greater caution when raising concerns about the rule of law." Another MEP named Stelios Kimporopoulos tweeted that the measure lacks any basis and only aims to hurt Greece for reasons of petty political benefit. With left-wing parties fragmented and polling considerably lower, Kyriakos Mitsotakis' New Democracy has dominated politics since 2019, easily winning re-election in 2023 and looking good to take home roughly 40% of the vote in the upcoming European elections. Greece is a global example of success and reference within the European Union. It is the country with the largest debt reduction, with the highest growth rate. It is the country that increased the minimum wage like no other country. Socialists, leftists, ecologists, and others are forming a bloc to hit the most successful prime minister in the EU. State Minister Makis Voridis said on Thursday. Notwithstanding the difficulties brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic and the conflict in Ukraine, Greece has had economic success under Prime Minister Mitsotakis' administration, registering growth rates of 8.3% in 2021 and 5.9% in 2022, while lowering taxes and increasing earnings. His tough attitude on immigration, which reduced the number of arrivals to Greece from 75,000 in 2019 to 9,000 in 2021, may also have contributed to his win. Why did we win again in Greece? We essentially delivered on our commitments. This is all about trust. At the core, trust is maintaining the contract that you signed with citizens when they elect you to power. If you deliver on what you told them you would do, chances are that they will reward you, the Prime Minister told Foreign Policy in an interview in January. He added, "We cut taxes, we deregulated, we grew the economy by unleashing the forces of private entrepreneurship. I think we followed a successful economic policy. We were responsible patriots in the sense that we protected our borders when Turkey tried to instrumentalize migration back in March 2020. We were rather effective in managing migration." Now that you're aware of what stirred the EU's displeasure, it was Greece's less than pro-EU policies that rubbed the European Union the wrong way. Similar to Hungary's case, which has consistently faced the EU's criticism solely for its conservative stance, it is once again a scenario of being targeted for ideological reasons. The European Commission recently launched a legal infringement procedure against Hungary, targeting the defense of sovereignty law enacted in response to a foreign financing scandal during the 2022 parliamentary election. The law aims to prevent foreign election interference, introducing mechanisms to investigate political candidates and financing organizations. However, the EU argues that it may stifle opposition voices, violating EU rules on freedom of expression, association, and democratic values. The irony lies in that the EU is finalizing its own Foreign Agents Registration Act (FARA) equivalent, the Defense of Democracy package, while accusing Hungary of breaching EU norms. Beyond ideological differences, the EU's interest in Hungary is fueled by revelations of biased funding allocation through the Citizens, Equality, Rights and Values program. This commission initiative allegedly favored NGOs opposing the Hungarian government, raising concerns about the misuse of EU taxpayers' money. Brussels cleverly employs the freedom of expression angle as a marketing strategy, despite acknowledging that the law does not explicitly mention media organizations. The Office for Defense of Sovereignty, created by the law, can scrutinize the finances of media outlets if there is suspicion of foreign funding influencing electoral outcomes. Critics argue that if there were no underhanded tactics involved, there would be no cause for concern. The relentless assault on the Defense of Sovereignty bill raises questions about Hungary's stance on curbing foreign financing in political campaigns and the EU's response. In the EU's recurring symphony of clamping down on right-wing governments, Hungary has been their favored melody. Now adding a new note, Greece finds itself in the crosshairs. Will Greece dance to a different tune, or will it become the latest victim of the EU's penchant for political discord?